everybody, I hope you're all doing really well today. So I just filmed a foundation routine tutorial for you guys, and now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this look for you. It's just sort of a light purple on the lids, nice pretty little fresh summery look that you guys can do. It doesn't look very heavy, it just looks really nice and fun. So I will be back in just a second with just my foundation done, and then I will do this look for you. We'll see you in a sec, bye! Alright, so I'm back with my full face of foundation done, kind of blank slate for you guys here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this e.l.f. Healthy Glow Bronzer, which is $1 at Target, and this was in the shade Warm Tan. And this I don't really get a bronzing effect from, but I just use it with a little powder and it creates like a really pretty just glow on the skin. Like I notice that my skin is just more just healthy glowy. So like especially if I do like a full coverage foundation in the summer, it's nice to have some sort of like a glowy look on your skin, but there's no shimmer to this at all. Your skin just looks more just glowy. It's really pretty for $1. I'm happy with it. Okay. Whew, my hair is going everywhere. Alright, so and then I'm going to do a little bit of blush, which this blush I just got actually from Sephora. I haven't even used it yet. It's called Sunbaked is the shade, but I thought it looked really pretty. It's a little bit peachy. And so I'm going to put that on with my Hakuhodo brush S111, which is like my favorite Hakuhodo brush of all time. So I am going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. And it looks like with this brush, it's kind of going on with a little bit of difficulty. I would probably, if I used it again, I would use a little bit more stiff brush to put this on. So, and it's looking to me a little bit more peachy than pinky like it does in the pan. But I don't mind that. That's fine. For this look, it doesn't really matter too much if it's more peach or more pink for the blush, because the eye colors that I'm going to use, they're sort of, they can go either way. I just wanted to try it out and see how it worked. So this is like a very easy to apply blush, it seems. Hard to overdo, especially if you have fair skin or light skin. You see I'm applying a lot of it. It took a while to get it all on the way that I wanted. Alright, so now that I'm done with the blush, I'm going to put on my MAC In For a Treat limited edition Pearl Matte Face Powder. I love how smooth this is. I talked about it recently in a video. And so I'm just going to get a little bit of that on here and put it just on the apples of my cheeks. As a highlight. Alright, and now I'm going to get my Urban Decay Shadow Primer Potion in their original shade, and I'm going to put that on my eyes. I'm doing my eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using shades from the new Smashbox palette. I'm not sure what it's called. They have it at Sephora. Oh, it's called the Heatwave eyeshadow palette. So the first shade that I'm going to take my MAC 239 brush, and I'm going to dip into this light purple shade right here. So it's just a light kind of taupey purple type shade. And I am going to apply that to my lid, all over my lid. And I got a little bit too much on my brush there, so I'm going to pat that off. And now, going to do the same thing to my other lid. All the way up to the crease. And now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put the highlight shade all towards the inner part of the eye and bring it in towards the center part of the lid, actually, because I want to bring in a lot of light because it's summery time. I don't want just a medium or light, you know, intense pigmented shade like all over my lid. Let's see. And I'm gonna also do a little bit of that like towards more like the tear duct area, like right there. And the same thing right here too. I know maybe it's not super proper to use this brush because it's kind of big, but it works. Okay. Alright, and then I am going to take this greenish color. It's sort of like a medium, really neutral type of green color, and I'm going to use this brush by Hakuhodo. When I picked this up at IMATS LA, and this was one of two that I got that were sort of similar. This was the one that I described as like the smaller one. I'll probably try to go in and figure out what the number was for this, because they never put their numbers on the brush themselves, but I have really been loving this. It's like the perfect shade for my eyes. My eyes are sort of smallish, kind of. If you have like sort of like not a huge area to put crease color in, this brush is like amazing. So I'm going to place that in the crease. Or sort of above the crease, actually. And then get some more of it and put it down here on the side. I have the funniest little area, it's like right here, where there's like a skin fold where if I don't put a lot of the darker crease color right there, it stands out and looks light and it looks really funny. But I guess that's just my eye. My eye is like that. Alright, and so that's finished with that eye. Now I'm going to do it with my other eye. Alright, so I'm finished with that, and now I am going to take my number 12 brush, detail brush by Billy B, and I love this brush. I'm going to take it into the dark color right here. This brush is awesome for detail work, and I'm going to use it to just put a little bit of this underneath my eye. More towards the outer corner. I always start right there and then blend it out towards the inner eye, and it ends up usually being about the right amount. Now I'm going to do the other eye. And then I've actually been trying out something new recently because my eyelashes, I got so addicted to velour lashes, the mink eyelashes, looking so awesome that I never wanted to have my natural eyelashes. I felt like they looked so short. So I started doing this, and it's actually a little tip that has helped my natural eyelashes look longer. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting like a dark, instead of doing an actual eyeliner, just putting a dark eyeshadow color really close to my lash line and not using an actual eyeliner. And it darkens up my actual lash line enough to look like I am defining my lash line like with eyeliner, but it ends up, like, I guess the way that the color diffuses, it makes my natural lashes look a lot longer. I'm not sure why that is, but it's been working for me. So this is the mascara. So I have been using this Tightline mascara by IT Cosmetics, and I really, really like it. And so I'm going to put that underneath my under eye. And this is supposed to be you're supposed to use it for your tight line, like to wiggle it really close to your lash line, and it's supposed to darken your tight line, which is the line where your skin is by your upper lashes. But I actually find it's fantastic for doing your bottom lashes because the wand is so tiny. It's just really good for getting in there and wiggling. The bristles on the little wand are great for grabbing your lashes. And so what I do is I do a full coat on my upper lashes where I wiggle it really close to the lash line, and then I keep wiggling it all the way up. And I've always, since I started doing mascara when I was little, make a funny face. So if I make any weird faces ever with my mouth when I'm doing this, that is why. My mouth makes a funny face. So I'll try to keep my mouth out of the way. But so I will use that, which does a pretty darn good job in and of itself, I'd say. And then I will go back in immediately with Almay One Coat Get Up and Grow is what I've been using, and I will do one coat of that on top of this. And I also wiggle it, I always wiggle it really close to my lash line as much as possible without trying to get it on my eyelid. I go on my lashes really slowly because I feel like it separates your lashes better. Alright, so that eye is done, and I'm going to do that with the other eye. Alright, so that's all for the eye look, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back in a minute with my brows done so you can see the full look, but before I do that, I'm going to go film actually an eyebrow tutorial on what to do when you over pluck your eyebrows. So I'm going to go do that and be back in just a sec.